Hello, DJ Stitch back again for my second mod spotlight. This one is Zan's minimap. As you can see in the top right, it gives you a heads-up display. Well, it adds to your heads-up display of a map. What this map also supports is waypoint, the square map, cave mode, which is very useful for when you're underground, a zoom, which is that, the different levels. Let's put it back on one. Full mode, which is that. It also can support non-vanilla mobs and a handy little death marker for if you die. You can find your stuff when you die if you haven't got keep inventory on. So let's dig straight into the options. There are quite a few options to this, but it's one of those things that you more than likely will just set up and leave unless you're searching for a certain mob or neutral. Display coordinates just turns on and off the coordinates, as you can see. The hide minimap just hides it. As you see, if you keep coordinates on but hide your minimap, you do get the coordinates at the top still, including height and degree that you're facing. Location just changes where you'd like your map to, really. Large, it is small, regular and large. I like to keep it on large so it's nice and clear. Square map turns it into a square map obviously, but it also changes. If you've got a circle map, you've noticed before that I was always facing upwards. This one, the land doesn't move and you move around it. Old North swaps the north around so that the sun is going from I can't remember, north to south I believe it was, just like the Minecraft beta. So that's if you like the old school Minecraft and which way the sun went then. But I like it the way it was. In-game waypoints. This is the way that the waypoints are displayed. So if I just fly over here a second, I'll be able to show you a great new waypoint. The controls for this are completely customizable, but I've put mine to be for a new waypoint, so you can just type in new waypoint to name it, if I can spell. You can also set waypoint for somewhere you're not, so if you wanted to set it further away, you could. There are different height, that's just to turn it on and off for if you want it displayed straight away, and you can completely choose your colour just by clicking anywhere. Let's go for a nice blue. Whether you want it to display in the Nether, Overworld and the End as well. What I think this would be useful for is if you're trying to match up portals again in the Nether, because I know I've been in single player before and lost my portal due to a gas and built another one because I had enough obsidian to and a flint to light it again, and then ended up absolutely miles away from home due to the fact that one block in the Nether is equal to 8 blocks in the Overworld. But as you can see, there we go, that's what the signs look like for it. If I just turn on both and back it up a bit, you can just see the slight blue from the beacon. Maybe I shouldn't have done blue, maybe I should have done a better colour. As it gets night, you'll be able to see it more. But you can choose whether, oh, don't want a new one, whether you want them off so they just show up on your map, like the little diamond over there, or whether you'd like them beacons or just signs or both. I prefer signs. So yeah, that's done. Cave mode is exactly what it says really. It helps you, where did my little cave go? I believe it's down. Nope, I've lost it. It's over this hill. Cave mode even is just the one which changes the map. If you got it turned off, you constantly have the top layer showed, but in cave mode you get this handy little, if I go down far enough, there you go, you can see all the tunnels where they're lit up. So if I just put a torch here, you can see it lights up that bit and you get to view all the caves on that level. There's plenty of mobs in here to kill. Let's get back out of it. Whee! So the next thing is the more in-depth radar options. Radar on-off is just turns off completely everything to do with mobs and what's displayed, so you purely just get the land. Random mobs is the support for another mod which I don't have, which I believe it gives, which I'm actually thinking again because it looks pretty cool now. It changes the skins for all the mobs, and all that does is, I believe, it takes off the custom heads of each individual mob and puts it on the map. So say you've got a blue creeper, the face will be blue instead of green. Show hostiles is pretty self-explanatory, shows hostiles where they are. Show neutrals just turns off your neutrals. Players, again players, whether you want the players' names shown. The helmets for both mobs and human just shows if you've got the helmet on and what armor it is made of. Icon filtering is whether the mobs' heads are blurred around the edge or not. I tend to keep it off because they're slightly clearer. Icon outline switches on and off the icons, which the icon outline, which I believe makes them clearer for viewing. At the moment it's dark, so which we'll get into why my map's got dark as well in a second. But during the day it can become hard if you've got lots of them as well, who's on top of one, and yeah, wrong options. This is a section option menu, so it is, I believe, bind to M originally. So yeah, I like that one. On mobs display is just a whole list of mobs. Green for neutral, red for aggressive, yellow I believe are the ones that can be neutral and aggressive. Actually, the only one I got off is bats, because if you're going for a cave you get loads of bats come up and the icons are all the same size, so it covers everything, you can't really see much. That's the only one I really keep off. Details and performance. Dynamic lighting, as you can see, I turn it off, it just got lighter. It goes by the amount of light, which is also useful, I find, for if you got a house and you're trying to make sure you got a big room and you're trying to make sure that nothing spawns in it. If you put a light down, it actually shows how far the light covers. If I just drop another one here, and you can see the gaps in between. There you can see we've got a nice little lit up area now. Terrain detail, I will just make it daylight for this. Is, as you can see, if I zoom it in again more, as you can see I've some bits are lighter, some bits are darker, and it looks like edges of all the blocks. That's because I've got mine on both. Now, you can have it on completely off, which just gives you the flat map. Like that. Other than if anything's growing on it. The other option is slopes, which is the edge of it, as you see. And then the other option is height, which uses light and dark spots to show you. So if I go higher and see everything gets darker, and if I go lower than it, if I just fall down this little bit here, and you can see it gets lighter as I fall. And there's an enderman, he's just popped away. Go away. So let's go back to my little spot again. I like this spot. It had a nice view, as well as the cave which I needed, and a nice little bad towel over there, which looked nice. Perfect moment for a little selfie. Yay! So yeah, now back to the whole point of this. Where do we get to? Water transparency. Well, actually, no, I should probably finish off heights first. I keep mine on both, so obviously it shows both the edges and the light and dark, which gives you a real clear pattern, especially when you're going through hills like this. If I zoom it out again, of how close and high everything is and how steep your slopes are. Because obviously more edges steeper is, the less edges the less steep is. Yeah. Water transparency. If I go over here, you'll be able to see the difference of it. It's mainly just a looking thing, this one. Ta-da! Zoom it in. As you see underneath it, this water all looks different on the map as well because it can see the sand underneath it. That's what the transparency does. So if you just turn it off, it just goes solid blue for the water. As you can see, you can't really tell. So it's good for if you're looking for clay underwater. Block transparency is if you have glass. No, I probably should have set it up. If you have glass, it obviously makes the glass slightly see-through, so you can still see underneath it and what's underneath it. Biomes is what sort of biome it is, whether you want it to show it. Only does a slight cover of it, because it has a separate option for biomes again, so it just slightly shades the change of biomes. Filtering just blurs the map again. Makes it look smooth or more blurred. Chunk grid is again self-explanatory. Say you're looking for clean chunks, or you know where things spawn in chunks, then you can just completely say mine out a chunk or things like that, I guess. I like it off, so I find it gets a bit annoying. Biome overlay, you can either have a solid overlay, this is what I was talking about, the more invasive biome stuff. So say you look for a certain overlay, you can zoom right out, which is there, and you can see where you got the different woodlands, the plains, the hills. But you can add the water and the rivers and the oceans. There is also transparent, which again just lays it over brighter, but I find that it doesn't work very well with the heights very well, and I'd rather have the heights than the biomes because I mainly know the biomes anyway. Into controls, as I said, it's got its own control menu. It's first fully customizable, so you got menu, zoom, toggle mobs, which I didn't show you. That's just a quick way of turning them on and off. B to set waypoint, right bracket for full screen. As it says there, you can unbind them completely just by pressing escape. I think toggle mobs is one of them that isn't set originally. So that's just what it does, just a quick way to turn them on and off. Waypoints, this is the customizable options. As you see, you can turn them on and off to display them again, that completely turn them off. You can edit them again for all the points that you'd like. So yeah, delete it. You can, the other thing I like about this, if you've got cheats turned on, is you can select any waypoint from any distance away and just teleport straight to it. Like that. The other thing is, obviously you can set new waypoint either in the menu or just with the hotkey, but you can customize all that and set it to, say, somewhere far away where you know there's your houses. The options is how far you want to see away from your house. I tend to keep it around 400, otherwise you could be like 1,000 blocks away and still have a sign and a beacon and stuff. Depth point on and off is most recent or all off. I'll show you that again actually. If I go done, back to game, go up a fair height, and we splat. So this was where I originally spawned, and as you see I've got the skull just over there, but quick way to get to it. So if I go waypoints, latest death, teleport straight to it, pick up all my stuff, back to it, and then obviously you can, if you keep it on most recent, then it'll show you just your most recent, but it does save them. So after a while you may get many latest deaths, so you can just delete them, like so. I think that's everything I've gone through with this mod. So that concludes my Spotlight for Zan's minimap. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Next up, mod Spotlight coming next week will be damage indicators. So that'll be up again next Wednesday. Thanks for watching again. Bye.